mystery item. So anyway, I got to go over there by the car. I was showing it to the homeowner, and it got dropped. I ran the ace over it, but that coil's so big, and I'm too close to the car. So.
All right, let's go.
Yeehaw. Greetings from Drama in the Dirt. Glad to have you aboard. I spent more time out digging in the dark. Turned up a few nice finds, and then I've got the story that goes along with the coin. I dug the coin, homeowner and her fiance get home, and I show it to her, and then I go to show it to him, and it turns up missing. So like 45 minutes, I'm out in the grass. We only stood pretty much in one place. So for 45 minutes I'm out there, and you know, a coin laying on the surface, you know, they scream like, I couldn't hear it. So I didn't know what happened to it. I thought maybe I had a hole in my pockets. I don't know what happened to it, but you will see where it was. I didn't find it till I got home, so rather amusing. Don't lose your finds. They've been lost for 100 and some years, and you don't want to lose them again and have to go on another trek. I'm going to update you on a few of the relics I've recovered, and maybe do a little history clip on that. Don't forget throwing old rusty relic blades, which will be every Friday, and then of course we have a little contest with that. And we have to guess how many times I hit the target with whatever I'm trying to hit it with. And then of course, Meet the Digger, which we try to release Wednesday or Thursday. This past week we had Barb Connell from North Carolina. And so be sure to check that out if you haven't seen that one. Then I know all of us are excited about harvest. I have a place I'd really like to get to and go out there and talk to the farmer. There was actually a school and a church on this property right next to the road, and of course now it's just a farm field. Unfortunately, I think it has corn in it this year, so you know what it's like working corn fodder. But small coil, poke and dab, that's the kind of detecting it is. And if it's never been detected, I mean, eventually you're going to hit something. So I'll try to get up. It's kind of far out, so I'll try to get up the courage to go out there and talk to the farmer. I'm a little timid, believe it or not. No, really. All right, so God bless you and keep you, and thanks so much for being with us. Got a mystery item. I bet it's Egyptian, worn by Queen Cleopatra. See the chain still there. And that's the Great Pyramid. Okay. Bring the light. I don't know why the light didn't come on this. It's supposed to. Let me see here. See it? I'm keeping enough light on it. It is an Indian. There we go. You got an Indian here. Moles have been through here. I didn't do all that, see? Probably didn't hear it last time I was down here, so I think they've moved some stuff around. See if it'll focus. There it is. And I'll have to clean it off. Oh, the thrill. You're not going to believe this. Indian I found. I lost it, but I just dug another one up. That one? No, it's a weedy. You gotta be kidding. I was positive that was an Indian. So anyway, I gotta go over there by the car. I was showing it to the homeowner, and it got dropped. I ran the ace over it, but that coil's so big, and I'm too close to the car. So, all right. Well, I think it's getting awful late. I don't want to go home after I find that. Can't find any of my pockets or anywhere. I thought I would update you on my lock. I do have it cleaned. It was quite caked. You can see I got the brass polished. And of course it's not in working condition. I did notice one thing. See, there's a little bit of brass coming through the back, so there must be some kind of pin. Obviously it's iron, the shackle's iron, but then it has this keyhole cover, which is really nice. And it has M and W on it, and that stands for my walk. No, I'm just kidding. A little Elmer Fudd talk here. I did find a little bit of history on their company, so I thought we would look at some of that. I found this blog. I found it a little bit curious. Someone was asking, says, what is the history of the Maori Wheeler Lock Company of New Haven, Connecticut? Specifically, when were their locks marked with M.W. and Company, New Haven? A complete answer would give the date of the founding of the company, the date that the company ceased operation or continued under another name. And then it goes down here and he says, I found that Sargent and Company was the sole agent for M.W. from 1865 through 1878. I need to know if the date range is longer than that. And then it says, there is no answer at this time. But somebody did finally reply. And you see, according to Maud L. Eastwood in Antique Builders Hardware Knobs and Accessories, page 121, Maori Wheeler and Company was established in 1834 and went bankrupt in 1913. Share this article. Padlocks were first invented way back in the day. In this article, we will cover the ancient origins and walk you through to the present day in padlock history. To start, let's go way back. Here are areas in which padlocks were first discovered in the Old World. In China, 25 AD, Romans 300 AD, Vikings 850 AD. Throughout history, there have been heavy use for padlocks, mostly in commercial uses. For instance, if you were a trader running spices from China to England, you wanted to make sure that no one took all of your loot before you reached the destination. Most of these ancient padlocks were forged from either iron, now listen to this, silver, wouldn't you like to find one of those? Brass, or some other type of heavy metal. These old padlocks were also used to protect farm animals, agricultural yields, which way you think of the smokehouse lock, you know, keep somebody from raiding your smokehouse. Padlocks in England remained basically the same for centuries. These were called the smokehouse type of padlocks. Locks of this kind could be forced open pretty easily if you were strong enough. These were the first locks that coined the term padlock, originally from the word paddock, which refers to livestock that they use these locks to protect. The newer Scandinavian padlock mechanisms were introduced in 1850s. These were much more improved and harder to simply force open with brute force. The man who created these locks went by the name of Chris Pullum. The padlocks of Scandinavian design were made from iron, and the locking mechanism that kept them secure was a series of discs. This type of padlock is still manufactured in some parts of the world, although the pin and tumbler mechanism is much more secure. I thought maybe I had a hole in my britches. Oh, greetings. Glad to see you. Don't forget throwing old